Hi, I am Mitali. Today I brought a new message to all of you. Nothing new that at this moment the world is passing through a challenging phase due to COVID 19. Though Australia is slowly returning to normal and worst affected country America planning on ending lockdown, but India still struggling to contain coronavirus. Shoham, my student, tried to throw some light on the current situation in India.
Hi, I'm Shoham from India. I'm studying mathematics honors from St. Xavier's College in Mumbai. So, I want to voice my opinion about the current coronavirus situation in India, especially. Most of what I'm about to say is going to sound very repetitive, and your parents or friends or social media have already probably told you this. But there's no point if you don't follow it, take it to heart, and learn from it, and adapt to these changes since we don't know for how long this might stay with us. India was supposedly fighting this crisis pretty well until like 2 weeks ago. Yesterday, the number of cases here increased by 9,910, which is almost 10,000, and we show no sign of stopping right now. Quite a few days ago, Mumbai surpassed New York as the biggest COVID hotspot in the world. That is very, very scary for our country, and especially Mumbai, since there are slums and it is guaranteed to spread very, very quickly if nothing is done. Other states which are badly hit are Tamil Nadu, Delhi, and Gujarat. The state which I am from, West Bengal, is no safe zone either. We were ravaged by a super cyclone a few days back, and the state has suffered immense losses. Our chief minister seems defeated by the situation. She has declared on live media that the situation has gotten out of hand. We had been in complete lockdown for 2 months, but most of the states have opened up now due to the immense economic losses that a lockdown entails. The statistics said that if the lockdown were to be lifted on 1st of June, which it was, then India would show its peak in the daily number of cases by mid or end of July. We are already increasing by nearly 10,000 each day, and I don't want to think about what number the peak could be at. These statistics are not to be taken lightly, and the decision to open the states and in turn country at this moment is very, very dangerous and definitely a bad idea. Kerala is the only state which has handled the situation properly and has managed to keep their cases to a bare minimum. They are a shining example for all the states and the rest of the world to follow. The entire world is reeling under a huge economical pressure and a massive downslide, and so is the world. It is not hard to imagine the scale of the recession that the entire world will face when we have dealt with this pandemic, and the thought itself is very scary. The loss of jobs, huge decline in employment rates, and the pay cuts have already started. Along with these, we have experienced a devastating cyclone in the east coast. We are in the midst of another one that is ravaging the west coast, and then we have suffered a massive locust attack, which is supposedly the biggest one we have faced in 27 years, and therefore, if we then add the losses due to coronavirus, the numbers are just too astronomical to comprehend. To be honest, no one can even start imagining what the world will be like when we are finally done with this. Therefore, us, the citizens of the world, we have to do the bare minimum to help the brave doctors and medical personnel who are out there every day risking their lives just to ensure that we are safe. We have no choice but to follow the rules and maintain social distancing. Remember, stay away from people and use soaps and sanitizers regularly, especially when we come back home after having been out. Please stay indoors as much as possible. Staying clean and away from people is the only thing we can do until a cure or vaccine is found. Please, people, endure a little longer. Because if we all follow the rules and do the needful, the pandemic has no choice but to end. That's it from my side. Stay home, stay indoors. Cheers.
Thank you, Shoham. Sydney-based Anandadhara Readers Forum has taken initiative of an awareness campaign on COVID-19. Now, Mr. Srimanta Mukherjee, the founder of Anandadhara Readers Forum, will talk few words on it.
Afternoon, everybody. This is Srimanto Mukherjee from Anandodhara Readers Forum. Mitali Shubhapriya Rai is a part of our family, like Anandodhara Readers Forum. We have started an initiative from Poila Boishak, 14th April this year, to build a collective thought leadership, a platform with participation from any willing person across the globe. The idea is to generate thoughts I, and ideas and leadership and vision for implementation to solve or to give some direction of the challenges which is existing now and which are forthcoming and will be coming in years or months to come. This platform is not a charity platform. That's the first thing we have all agreed. This is a collective thought leadership evolution. The project which Shubhapriya is taking up is creating awareness, educating people and how to implement in a very small scale about the hygiene and hand wash. So the first thing will be creating awareness, keeping yourself safe and healthy, corona free is one of the achievements, so everyone should try to do that. And then what we are trying to make out from it is that we will try to educate or create awareness with maybe 1, 2, or 3 people who are close to you but not so much aware of this threat of corona or the cleanliness. And also maybe they have got some restrictions, economic or other things, to help them through creating the awareness and educating them, putting them in their mind first, and then supporting them maybe with a supplying of some soap, water, etc., and just monitoring in a friendly manner whether they are doing or not, whether their family members are following or not, through a whispering campaigning. So this whisper can make a huge difference. And so the starting point is that what Shubhapriya has already talked to quite a number of her friend and family circle, and we are getting a lot of very valuable feedback and how to do the things. So we will be discussing with Shubhapriya's project in our next few sessions, and other people also will be participating. But for the time being, our motto is to baby step, but through whispering campaigning, educating people, creating awareness, and implementing in a very small scale, and monitor it on a regular basis. It is not a tomorrow's job or overnight miracle. It has to be maintained for a month and years to come. So that's how we are planning to do. That's the very beginning step. We have got other ideas, like in future we'll have stream of discussions and collective thought leadership on education and economy also, which are also becoming a very burning issue for the entire world. So we'll expect your participation also. So thank you and good luck, Shubhapriya, in your project. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Simantada. Now we are going to show you a nice video clip on awareness during post-lockdown period, sent by Ahuna Shur, a Gurgaon-based student. Thank you, Vahuna. Now, Mr. Shubhabruto Rai, a Sydney-based IT professional, will share his views.
Hi. As you all know, the world is going through a health emergency due to COVID-19. And to fight this disease, global awareness is essential. There are two parts of the awareness. Who are having access to the electronic media, they are already aware of how to prevent COVID. The problem is with those people who doesn't have access. So I'm coming to that later. But firstly, for those people who are having access, we need to ensure they follow this awareness and also the rules, basic rules to prevent COVID-19 spread. As you know, and everybody says that we have to wash our hands frequently, we have to wear masks when we are going outside, and we do not need to go outside if we are feeling sick. So these are the three golden rules we need to follow. There are others as well, but these are the three basic rules. But our experience says many of our people do not follow these rules. They are too casual about it. They need to understand that with that they are not only endangering their health, but also their near and dear ones, as well as the whole society. So it has to be taken seriously and has to be followed. Number two is that people who doesn't have access to the electronic media. And we need to spread the awareness among them through mutual interactions wherever possible, whenever possible. Obviously, government is also, advertising this or trying to announce this over electronic medias and newspapers, but many of these people do not have access to that. So that's why whenever you have an opportunity, let us, or whoever having access to the electronic media and aware of these rules, please try to pass these informations to them who do not have access. And also try to request them that they also spread these information to their near and dear ones. Probably somebody who is working at your home as a maid or coming at your home to clean your garden, please tell them, please hand over a soap so that they can also follow this practice and they can spread these informations at their home so that their near and dear also can follow it. For sure, we are not going to win this war against coronavirus individually. We have to fight as a community to win it. And the next one is that our social responsibility as well as our sympathy. Let's try to extend our help and sympathy to somebody in our society who are not able to follow these rules because of the monetary situation or maybe for other constraints. Like if somebody do not have money to buy soap every day or maybe regularly, please try to donate as much as possible so that they can also follow these best practices or the rules to secure themselves, not only themselves but also you all as well, because he or she is coming to your home every day. Also, let us help elderly people around us in the society if they are not able to go to the market to buy their necessities, or it is too dangerous for them to go to the market to buy those things. Please try to help them. Please arrange to bring them to their home so that they remain safe. If we do all these bare minimum things for our society, I believe we will be able to win this war against coronavirus. Thanks. Bye.